Jeremy, I have a history project that I'd like you to help me with. Do you remember anything about World War II?
Yes, I do.
How old were you when World War II?
I was 9 years old.
Okay. Was it scary to know that a war that big was like not that far from you?
Well, I was only 9, and we had no idea of what was ahead of us. But we knew that Pearl Harbor had been bombed, and that was a serious project, a serious event.
How did you know what was happening during the war?
Well, obviously we didn't have television, but we did go to the movies, and they always had newsreels, brought us up to date, and of course the radio, we always had the radio on, and we would listen to the latest news about the war.
So can you tell me more about the newsreels?
Well, like I said, we'd go to the movies, and they always had, before the movie, they would have this segment where they would bring you right up to date at various parts of the war, what was going on there.
Do you remember where you were during the Pearl Harbor?
Yes, I remember exactly where we were. It was a Sunday, and we were all at home, and we had the radio on, and we heard President Roosevelt say that Pearl Harbor had been bombed.
So why did you listen to it on the radio and not watch it on television?
Because we did not have television when I was 9 years old.
Were you poor?
No, we were not poor. They just were not invented.
Really?
Really?
What other things were invented?
Oh, many things. We didn't have telephones in every home did not have a telephone. We didn't have microwaves. We didn't have computers, right? And
How did you survive?
oh, we survived very well. You'd be surprised. We had a good life.
Do you remember where you were when the Pearl Harbor had been bombed?
Yes, I remember it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday afternoon, and the family was all home. We had the radio on, and we heard President Roosevelt say that Pearl Harbor had been bombed.
Were you scared?
I'm not sure I was scared because we really didn't know what we were in for. So, like I say, I was young. I was very young. I didn't realize.
So after the U.S. entered the war, how did it change and was it different?
We had many changes. We had rationing. Butter was rationed, sugar was rationed, oil was rationed, and one of the big changes was the women that were homemakers went into factories, and they helped build airplane parts, and it was a big change, a big change.
So can you tell me more about food rationing?
Well, we had coupons, and we did okay with it. You know, we just went along with what was expected of us.
Were your parents enemy aliens?
No, my parents were American citizens. In fact, there's a very interesting story about my mom, because my dad was a citizen, and he didn't think my mother needed to be a citizen because he was a citizen, and my mother didn't go along with that. So she took classes at the local school, and she went to Hartford, and she got her citizenship papers, and she was so proud. She was so proud of doing that. No, they were both citizens.
How old were they when they came to the United States?
I think they were in their early 20s.
So going back to the blackouts, my mom told me that her dad said the reason this house didn't have any windows was on the beach side was because of mandatory blackouts. The reason that the lights on the shore allowed enemies to be able to see the silhouettes. Do you know anything about this?
I'm not sure. We do have a home on Long Island Sound, and the windows were kind of small facing the water. And I remember the blackouts. We always had black shades, and at night, you know, no lights on. So we did have restrictions as far as light was concerned.
Did anyone in our family fight or die?
No, we were very fortunate, but we did have many friends. And as a matter of fact, in our neighborhood, there were families that lost sons, and they had flags in the window with stars as to how many sons had died. It was very sad, very sad.
Where were you when you found out that the war was over?
I'm not sure where I was, but I remember the excitement. I remember the excitement in the streets, and everybody was hugging and kissing each other, and there was such joy in the country.
Did you see President Roosevelt, did he like stay at the end of the war?
No, unfortunately, President Roosevelt died before the war was over.
And how did he die?
He had a stroke.